The Red Bull's warring with my stomach. That's one way to start a live feed.
Well, when you just start, there's no left in there, so it's right.
Right? Nobody's paying attention yet. I see I have one watcher. That's one more than none. Welcome to the channel. This is the second live feed of the night. The first one was about 2 hours and 20 minutes. I had to go run out and get donuts, but there was no donuts. I'm back in the shop. A lot of work's been done tonight. This is a frame off a 1969 Chevrolet El Camino. Sitting back there, dangling from the roof from ratchet straps with a single ratchet strap. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the live stream. My name is Isaac, behind the camera over here, and I'm your host, and this is DIY Speed. And we are reviving this 1969 El Camino frame. This is a GM A-body. It's been mostly sandblasted, but tonight's all about the hand tools. Just using a wire wheel and flappy discs to get on some hard to reach places that the sandblaster limited out on. It also froze up and clogged at the end of the night, so probably need to service it before I go any further. But that's what it used to look like, and that's what it looks like now. So partially, I think we're about 90% done. How are you reviving it if just sanding the frame? Well, Matthew, you got to fix it first before you drive it. It was undrivable. I would say it was unsafe before the work began, and now it is moderately safe. So, yeah. Also, it had no engine or transmission in it, so I'm going to have to put an engine, transmission, and driveline in it. That kind of deal. So yeah, that's how we're reviving it. Thanks for asking. It's a little rough. We're gonna have to get in there. So nice clean metal, not so much. Partially sandblasted. I see we got 16 people and one like. Let's go. How many projects do you have? A lot. This is the only muscle car. But I own several vehicles, and they're all somewhat projects. I would say the Tahoe is next in line. That's a cammed, that's it. Cam top end kit basically on it from Comp Cams. I tune them myself, I build them myself, and that's my daily driver just outside this gate over here. A 2006 Chevy Tahoe. It was a 5.3 car. But now it's a 4.8 with a cam. She's kind of rowdy. Timeline on this, I have probably 35, 40 hours on putting this frame back in usable condition. Probably another 10 hours before it's done. And then it goes back underneath the car. With new suspension, I got to order all that stuff. Going to be putting new suspension on it. I'm not necessarily going for fancy suspension, but new bushings, that kind of deal. And I'm looking out for a nice set of wheels. Make it something 17 by 10, maybe 18 by 10s. I don't know if I could squeeze a 17 by 12 without doing anything underneath it. But it's come a long way. A lot of hard work gone to get to this point, so a lot more to go. We do these live chats, what are they called? Live streams. A couple hours at a time. This is the only place on the internet that you can come and watch live, unedited work. The triumphs, the tribulations. Tonight's not that complicated of a night. It's a cleaning, grinding, hurt your thumbs kind of night. But literally the only place on the internet you're going to come. What's up, Winter Wolf? How you doing? It's the only place you're going to find on the internet to see this kind of work done. Like I said, live and unedited. I'm not just going to show you the highlights. I'm going to show you all of it. Though, if you do go to the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. I do make feature length, I guess you could say, videos that I publish. I just published a video on Thursday about how we got to this point now, where the frame is pretty much almost wrapped up. Very nice. Thank you for joining us. I do appreciate everybody that's on right now. My name is Isaac, and this is DIY Speed. And we are refurbishing, rebuilding, reconditioning the frame of a 1969 Chevrolet El Camino. It's a GMA body. It was in rough shape, and it's still in relatively rough shape, but now it's got less rust on it, and it's got a bunch of welds, poor welds, but welds on it to fix and repair all the porous, non-existent metal. A little bit more welding needs to go on here to fill that hole, but I got to vacuum that out. A lot of debris in there. You're going to steel it, that frame. I have rust inhibitor. I have a few gallons of it. I got to look at the brand over here. Protec? Corotec. Over there. So that's what I'm going to be using. That was like $70 a gallon. Not cheap, but definitely worth it. And I have ordered nozzles with the things to go in here to spray the inside of the frame to rust encapsulate it. And I've been thinking of a way to get, I want to send something inside. And I know you could take, braided cable with chain on the end, feed it inside of here and spin it with a drill, and it'll knock most of the debris off, or at least I found that out after searching for what to do here. Initially, I was thinking a ball hone maybe pushed into here and then sent down the frame might be advantageous, but that's not really. Winter Wolf, go ahead, sub. Welcome to have you aboard. My name is Isaac, and this is DIY Speed. We do these live streams every Thursday, sometimes Friday, Saturday night. We do several hours into the night. We did a live stream earlier. It was about 2 hours and 20 minutes. I had to wrap up that live stream and go ahead and get some donuts. But we're back in the shop, back at work. It's only 10-something, so this is going to be a long one, folks. We're going to be here for a while tonight, just cleaning everything up, trying to get to that final stage where I say it's good enough and just start throwing paint on it. Porous. I have to address this. Porous metal. It's no bueno. So I don't know if I'm going to put a plate in here. I put a plate here. I don't know if I'm going to put more of a plate. But we're cleaning it up. This is all bare metal. For more DIY than that, yeah, a hot tank, unfortunately, is just not in the budget for this right now. And even if there was a shop, which I didn't look at all to see if there was, I didn't want to wait what would be several months probably for them to get that done. So we went the less professional route, which is sandblast as much as possible, and then wire wheel the rest. And rust encapsulate it. And honestly, I think there's the work that's gone into this frame at this point, it's going to last another 40 or 50 years if nothing traumatic happens to it. I mean, that section's missing, and it's going to be replaced with new steel and welded fully, mostly poorly. Would it be cheaper to buy a new frame? No, because this has only cost me 40 so hours of my life and a couple $100. So no, it wouldn't be cheaper. I mean, yes, I have a welder, so that's maybe $1,000, $1,500. Well, I just bought the bottle, it was $500, so that's like $1,500 in welder to do this. But and the shop and the lift and the car itself. I got the car for $1,200. Guys, like and subscribe. Join the channel here. I put out videos about how all this stuff goes down. I bought this car. It's a Kansas car, so relatively rust-free. It's really bad. But I make feature-length videos, and I put them up on the channel, and you see what happened and how we got to this point, and why basically this is good enough is because the car that it's from is butchered together quite badly, even though it's like somewhat presentable because it has the wheel arches and somebody took the time to put new metal in it. So you're like, oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's not terrible, right? This is a $500 quarter panel, I think more, okay? I'm in Connecticut. Where you at, Winter Wolf? I'll take free help. But then this happened. And this looks like I did it. And that's not good. So, at this point, I could say I would do a little bit better than this.
Yeah, I never realized that. But if you look from here, the fender is closed. Like there's holes in the fender.
Well, that's where the emblem goes.
No, it's more than that.
I don't know.
All the way around.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, so the metal on this is pretty bad. Cherries or donuts? Oh, yo, what's up, Momo? Dude, I went out to get donuts, which is why I ended the last live feed because my wife wanted donuts. So I'm like, let me go out to the donut place. They open at 9, and they weren't making donuts tonight. So I kind of just left and came back and restarted the live feed. That's all right. You can help me by liking and subscribing and joining the channel. Go ahead and comment. Share it to your friends. Say, hey, there's this dude that does live streams, live unedited, showing you hardcore work. We haven't even gotten to that portion yet, just interacting with people. Oh, dude, thanks so much, Winter Wolf. Very nice. Yeah, so let me show you the tools that I'm working with before we get set up here on the tripod. Respirator is important. Eye protection, super important. And then, you want to drop those. This thing is terrifying. This wheel of death that flings metal and debris everywhere with no safety on. Look, guys, there's no safety. Safety's off on this weapon. But it's super efficient at cleaning the metal, so that's why I'm using it. Also, ear protection, finger protection, even though I ruined this pair of gloves. Good pair of gloves, Harbor Freight. Tim, the donut place wasn't making donuts because it's a long story. She fell asleep. We're good. I'm not in trouble. I asked the manager of the donut place if they're making them tomorrow, and he said yes, so we're good. All right, Winter Wolf, oil me up. Well, what's up, Hugh? How you doing? You have a tremendous name. Peace out, Winter Wolf. Yeah, Tim, we're good. I'm decent. I did all the dishes before I left the house this evening to assure that I could do these live streams and hang out with everybody. I was on my game tonight. I really was. I see we got 128 people tagged in. 7 likes. Guys, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, join the channel. My name is Isaac. Channel's name is DIY Speed. And we're working on a 1969 Chevrolet El Camino and bringing her back around. One step at a time. But look, that metal hasn't seen sunshine in almost 60 years. All right, so I'm going to get set up on the tripod. These live feeds really drain the battery, so I got to... Tim, if you haven't liked and subscribed, join it, bud. We're happy to have you. Thanks so much for commenting like you have so far. We're up to 149 on the live feed. Guys, go ahead and like and subscribe. This is going to get good. Can't do it without Red Bull. Thank the sponsor of today's video, my wallet. It's 45 degrees. The heat's not on. I think it's 45 degrees. Might be a little bit chillier now that it's, 10 o'clock. But we're going to go all night, folks. We're going to be doing this for a long time. What's up, Benny? How you doing, bud? So we're getting back to work. So, yeah, throw you on the old camera. We'll put you on the tripod.
Gonna be shaky for a minute.
Yeah, bear with production here as we get this produced in our fancy production studio. You know, now that Roadkill has been canceled, I heard the internet's looking for a new Roadkill. Maybe that's who we are, the new Roadkill.
Gotta be a little bit faster than that.
You know, if anything that I've said that like was total bullshit, that was it.
You think we were fast enough to be roadkill?
Yeah, I think we're slow enough. All right, guys. All right, we got 110 on the live feed. Hang out, Benny. Ask questions. Let me know if you need to know anything. I'm happy to talk to you. But we're going to get suited up here. We're going to put some PPE on, some PPE. And you remember the 3 Ps here. That piss poor proper planning prevents piss poor performance. And that's what you want to do. So we're going to put some PPE on and get back to work. If you haven't seen a second ago, I introduced the death wheel. Shit is dangerous.
You have another extension cord?
You know, you're going to just share with that one right there. Because we're out. No, we're not. All right. I got to grab an extension cord because we're using them, folks. We got a new light hooked up over here, taking up one tri-plug, and I need a plug for the phones, and then for this, and for that.
Do the dishes.
I'll be here for a while. I think I'll do the dishes. Yeah, bro, I had to do the dishes to get permission to come out and hang out tonight. So I did all of the dishes and loaded and started the dishwasher. I was on my game tonight to make it happen. So, yeah, finished a little bit of Red Bull. You know what? Ask questions, guys. What do you want to know? I've been around for a while making YouTube videos. If you haven't subscribed, checked out the videos we have going on. We've done some cool stuff. All right, there's an order of operations to the PPE. Respirator goes on first. You want to make sure you drop your respirator on the ground and get it filled with dust. You know, you want to make sure that proper care of equipment so that it lasts longer and does its job properly. Or you can do what I do, which is just ruin everything and continuously have to rebuy it because of your stupidity. Welcome to DIY Speed, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isaac. If you want to take a look at the the channel description, it says join me as I attempt to fix, repair, work on everything I own, and destroy it, and maybe fix a thing or two. We mostly break things here, but sometimes we fix it too.
Did you read the last comment yet? There we go.
Well, if it was air, the RPM would be higher, so are you using a face shield? Well, okay, so, Tim, that's a great question. I cleaned up in haste and might have misplaced where I put my face shield. So I'm just hoping that if I cover most of my eyes area and most of my nose and mouth, like okay, it'll nick me in the cheek, something like that. Maybe get the ear, but no, I'm covering the ears as well. I'm pretty covered for now. You'll
Nope.
see. Give me a sec. Let me get loaded up.
No Trump scars for us, huh?
No what?
No Trump scars for us. Right here?
Yeah. I mean, this is how I do it. But I need a new pair. I burnt through this pair pretty quickly. I need a new pair. And I was at Harbor Freight tonight, but I didn't realize in what condition this pair had fallen already. So yeah, just living on the wild side tonight.
You'll be okay, you have goggles.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
177.
Let's go. Go ahead and like and subscribe. My name is Isaac. This is DIY Speed. We're going on to the portion now where we do a bunch of work and you guys get to watch it happen. Go ahead and ask your questions. We'll get to them every few minutes or so. But for right now, I'm going to get to work. We're going to fire up the tools and away we go.
Let's do this.
Now keep in mind, most of the work has been done at this point. Well, not most, there's still a lot that needs to happen. But if you see me just jumping around, part of it's my ADD, and part of it's I'm just grabbing specific spots and knocking them down with the grinder. And if you see me jump, it's because the grinder bucked in my hand and almost popped out.
You're the same, put duct tape on that finger.
What was that?
You're the same, put duct tape on that finger.
Oh, Tim, you're a genius.
Oh, very good.
I didn't even stop to think about what I should do. Underneath, on the cart, right there. We're gonna throw some duct tape on it. Oh, no, to your right, standing up. It's a pile. Yep. It's cold in here. It's in the 40s, so we'll see how much this duct tape wants to cooperate.
Oh, that makes a ton of sense. Tim was saying he's a mechanic and a welder. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
So Tim, when you have a cut on your finger, how do you cover it? Do you use electrical tape?
Yeah, Tim, when you get cut, do you use electrical tape or duct tape? I'm an electrical tape guy myself. We got 151 tuned in on the live feed and only 9 likes. Guys, go ahead, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. My name is Isaac, and this is DIY Speed, and we're working on a 1969 Chevrolet El Camino throughout the night. This live feed's going to be going for a while. It's the only place on the internet where you're going to find live, unedited work. You get to see our triumphs, you get to see our failures, you get to see the hardship of what it takes to get this stuff done.
He uses dirt.
Just a little bit of piss and vinegar. What was that? I didn't see anything new. Yeah. Cleans well.
This is a rich color.
It's doing it. We're getting it done, folks. 131 in the live feed. Guys, go ahead and like the video. Join the channel. This is the only place on the internet where you're going to get live, unedited action of the real work it takes to restore these old cars. We might not be professional, but we're working on it. We're making it. We're working hard. I don't know what to say. I'm going to put my mask back on. I'm going to hop back into it. Yeah, bro. Tim, they canceled Roadkill. What a shame, man. One of my favorite shows. But don't worry, we're out here picking up the slack. We got 154 people in the live feed and 9 likes. Guys, go ahead and like the video. This is the only place on the internet you're going to find this live, unedited automotive work this way. Oh, all right. Well, the dangers of what we do.
I felt something stabbing me.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's why you got to be careful and wear PPE, guys. You don't want metal chunks in your flesh.
Holy sh! I went through like 5 layers of clothing. You know, this thing might be decently effective, but where'd it go?
That's it. It's done.
It literally, from 1 second to the next. I was there and then it was gone. I must have hit something that...
Yeah, you just sheared it.
Probably.
Okay. Well, that's, what's up, Dilnoza? How's it going, bud? Let me get in front of the camera. Say what's up, people. Hey, how's it going, Dilnoza? Welcome to the live feed. I see we got 115 people and 10 likes. Go ahead and like and subscribe, guys. We're working away here tonight on the 1969 El Camino. We're getting the frame close. It's almost ready to paint and rust encapsulate. So we're just working away here. The angle, well, you don't have the best angle. I wonder if I could make it better. I see we got 138 people now in the live feed. So go ahead and like and subscribe, guys. My name is Isaac, and this is DIY Speed, the only place on the internet where you're going to see hour after hour of live, unedited work, and where you get to interact, maybe learn a thing or two. We're reconditioning this frame. It's a 1969 Chevrolet El Camino SS 396 big block. It's also kind of cold. It's 45 degrees, maybe 40 degrees at this point tonight, and I haven't turned the heat on. So we're just working in the cold, hammering away. If you see me jumping around in the background here on the other side of the frame, I'm just touching up spots that are visible from this side before we flip it back on the other side and keep working.
What? Not if you're with the wire wheel there. Not if you're over there with the wire wheel. Oh, so then I'll move off back. This way. Oh, okay. Yeah. Do this. But this is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm good about it. I mean, don't do that rather than this.
Right, I don't care to shine this up anymore because this is bare metal.
No, I'm saying I don't care if you do that over this, but if I can't do anything else, I can maybe look at that.
Right, but I'd rather,
Yeah.
not that it's really picky, but
I'm just saying, like, with you with the wire, I tried to stay away from the wire wheel. going on in the back. Nothing more.
making some nice headway on the spring purchase. I just started on the side that's fully welded. And Bud, have you seen what this looks like?
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, in comparison to that side, and this was the bad side.
That's a world of a difference.
My wheel's at like 50%. How many people we got watching?
107.
107, what a consistent stream. Any new comments?
No new comments. I did want to make that comment though. Guys and ladies, anyone who's watching, we actually enjoy commenting and responding to your comments. So drop those comments, questions, remarks, advice, whatever you got, throw it at us. We'll take it. Like, subscribe, do whatever you enjoy doing. Drop the comments though, so we can actually have some interactions with you guys.
Is it a bad omen if I can't get the start button to work?
I'm still pulling pieces of metal out of my...
What's up, guys? My name is Isaac, and this is DIY Speed. I'm your host. Tonight's live feed, we're doing touch-ups, basically wrapping up, de-rustifying this frame off a 1969 Chevrolet El Camino. We're probably at 35 hours worth of work into this, but we're about 80% done. So a lot of just cleanup. I'm doing the rear spring perches right now. That's a challenge. We have a lot of corners and edges and dips and welds and stuff to try and pull as much of the rust out of before we go ahead and use an encapsulator on it, or whatever it's called. But yeah, my name is Isaac. This is DIY Speed, and this is the only place on the internet where you're going to see live, unedited work on these cars to show you what it takes to build a muscle car when it's in terrible shape. So go ahead and ask us whatever questions you want. I'm happy to respond. I like interacting with people on these live feeds. It's a lot of fun. So if you haven't already liked the video, go ahead and drop us a like. Go ahead and subscribe as well. And if you want to see feature-length videos of the whole process behind building this car, go ahead and look at the videos I published on the channel now outside of the live feeds.
welcome back. So we got back, I'm not sure if you can hear me, we got back around 10 o'clock and we started the live stream again. The Kula is saying, sweet, you're back. I clicked on the notification bell, but the phone must have been on silent. Well, welcome back though. You're here now. I'm not done.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, we use them till they're done, folks. It started ejecting, the metal strand started ejecting and hitting my gloves and stuff at the end. But yeah, that's pretty much totaled right there. It's a bit smoky in here. We should open up the doors and air the place out. Made a lot of dust in the last few minutes.
This is good though.
Got your money worth there, my friend, from the cooler. Yeah, definitely got the money out of that one.
We got to air this place out. If you see the haze around the light up there, it's dark. You see the haze from that, so let's just let this blow out real quick. We're an hour and a half in, 71 people watching, 13 likes. Guys, go ahead and drop us a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We do this all the time. Only place on the internet where you're going to see this live, unabbreviated work. You get to see the real deal of what's happening. I just spent the last, I guess, hour cleaning up the spring perches on this frame. And, well, if my wire wheel held out, I'd still be doing it right now.
That one was cool to see.
You know, we actually have to clean up before we leave because I don't know if I'll come back tomorrow. And when I'm not here for a full week. That's hours away, but it just dawned on me.
Sir, yes, sir.
11:49 rather. We're letting the place air out. It's getting better already. Just bear with us. If you got any questions, go ahead and ask them. That's the car in question, 1969 Chevrolet El Camino. That's what all the hustle and bustle is about. And this frame, she's been a bear to get prepared to go back underneath the car and make it roadworthy again, but we're getting close, folks.
Where's the one you just had? So, that's what that one looked like after how many hours of grinding?
Maybe 2 hours.
And this is what this one looks like after 20 minutes of grinding?
Yeah, that's a Harbor Freight. This is from Walmart, this thing. This one. This whole, dude, check this out. That's a Walmart grinding angle that has, dude, this thing's got to have a couple hundred hours on it, at least, at full tilt.
15 minutes. Whoops.
Whoops.
And I've dropped it 1,000 times.
Well.
Hey, what's up, Trent? Yeah, you want to see the welds, bud?
You may just have lost the cover from the,
From the what?
No, he didn't. Sorry.
Sorry about that. All right. Look at that booger weld. Look at them boogers. Most of this was done with flux core, and then at the very end I went and ponied up and bought the MIG bottle. So most of this side was done with flux. What a pain it was. Let me go over to this other side. Once I got the MIG machine, it cleaned up a little bit and the welds just laid down a lot nicer and smoother. Cleaned it up a little bit, but not a whole lot. I'm not trying to take all the metal off. But, yeah, Yeah, Trent, I'm really new to welding. I mean, this is my foray here. This is my first time spending this much time welding something together.
We gotta show what our first time welding was.
Yeah, the first time welding was that bumper with flux core, not having any idea what I was doing. And after a few years of service, that garbage bumper is now just laying in the scrap pile. I totally forgot we had that. We could have used that. We could use that for repairs.
No, we gotta keep this.
Start chopping into it.
We gotta keep this.
Yo, Dakula, yeah, man. It's a lucky dip with the cheap grinders, but for $16, I won't complain. Hundreds of hours. Is it dull or just flux? Well, now I'm running a full MIG wire, 0.35 solid MIG, and I don't know, 26 pounds of pressure of gas when I do it at a 75-25 mix. So yeah, maybe my hand's fast, maybe my loop's fast. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't have anyone to instruct me. Just doing it. I totally got my money, and it still works. And the safety's been off the whole time. You see it down there, laying on the ground where I dropped it. This thing's been abused. But the cursive E pattern, generally. All right, I'm gonna take a break and find cigarettes.
Critter. What you looking for, bud?
I bought another roll of Trent, I don't know if you heard, but I said cursive E. I just realized yeah, Trent, so first of all, welcome to the channel. Yeah, dude, you know, I understand the concept. Just getting over kinks here, just like kind of learning on what works and what doesn't. I mean, obviously it's bad. I know it's bad, but it's also strong because I know that I had the heat on high and it was grounded and it was definitely melting the metal together. But I mean, these are the factory welds. You can see these gobs. I mean, is it that much worse? I don't know.
Well, if you look at the factory welds in some places, like it's actually terrible. Like look at this over here.
Right.
Our welds are much nicer than that.
So I proposed the question, are my welds any worse than the factory welds? I mean, you know, the guy was drunk on a Sunday, you know, working for old Chevy back in the day in Detroit. I don't know if that's where this car was produced. I just said it. I'll take it. Thanks, bud. If you know, if you approve, I'll take it. You know, most people on the internet have very negative things to say, so I do appreciate when somebody goes ahead with some positive or even constructive criticism to help make things, you know, help me learn things. The only way I do learn is from hearing people's feedback on what I do. And this isn't what I do for a living. This is a hobby that I'm taking to the extreme and putting it on the internet because this is what I like to do. Most of the smoke, most of the soot is out. So I'll go ahead and turn off this fan for just a minute and I'll pull my PPE off and kind of just go over what we got going on. So my name is Isaac, channel name DIY Speed. Working on a 1969 Chevrolet El Camino. It's an SS396 big block car out of Kansas. It's got a bunch of terrible metal work done to it, literally butchered together. I don't know what I'm going to do about the body, but I know that the frame was in pretty decent shape and cleaned up pretty nice so far. It's about half sandblasted and half grinder / wire wheel. And most of it's done. I got to address the inside of the frame, trying to make a game plan for what I'm going to do. I'm thinking a bunch of detergent, degreaser in there, and then, we'll figure out a way to smack some metal around inside of it. What was that? Pine Sol. Yeah, I probably was rushing the puddle. I'll take that. We have some more welding to do. This section right here needs to be boxed in, so I got to make some wavy, turns and fill this in probably with 2 pieces. But I did it on that side. Won't get too close, but it's done on that side. We'll get it done on this side to give this thing some real structural integrity. But like little scars like this, I'm not going to fix this. This tells a story of the car, This tells a story of things that it went through. That there's really no reason to fix this. It's not going to stop anything of what we're doing. It's not going to make it any stronger, so it doesn't matter. There's my welder I got for $200. I was just in Harbor Freight tonight and saw the sign of how these things sell for $1,800. Probably shouldn't say that too loud. We're in a bad neighborhood, folks. Bad neighborhood. You got a lighter?
Right behind you, Big Red.
So we're coming up on midnight now. If we haven't passed it yet, we're just making noise for sure. I was cleaning out these perches over here. They did not look like that when I started. We're just cleaning them up, getting them back down to bare metal before we put that patch in. Yeah, Dakula, I ordered these like hoses you put on spray cans to stick inside the frame, and it shoots a 360 type of ball and just helps cover everything. They're a few feet long. Eastwood sells a whole kit, but I went the Amazon route and just bought the hoses, and then I'll use my own cans of rust protectant and stuff to put in the inside there, seal it up real good. Afterwards with some paint. So that's what's going to be happening soon. I do need to bust up whatever debris is sitting inside of the frame still. So, yeah, that's a little bit ahead of us. I have, close to 40 hours into this already. A lot of late nights on the weekends to do this. And I even worked on it a bit during the week, but not going to be able to do that this week. So, just getting the time in now. She's almost prepped. It's basically 90% bare metal. And I think I bought 40 or 50 years on the life of this thing. By the time it's said and done, yeah, the welds aren't pretty. But once she's all painted up and encapsulated, I think as long as nothing traumatic happens, this frame will be around for another 40, 50 years. And that's cool to me. That's the cool thing right there. Preserving some history, getting to own a part of the coolest, I think, years of the automotive industry. I know we do cool stuff now, or they make cool stuff now, but nothing as cool as these cars, nothing as simple. And a lot of people on the internet say I should just throw the frame away, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm wasting my time, I'm not helping anything, but they're wrong. Yeah, I'll get better at welding. I'm a rookie, but I have the right equipment. I just got to learn how to use it, right? That's what this is all about. Learning how to use it. I didn't go to school for any of this stuff. All self-taught. Picked up every tool on my own. Figured out how it works. I tell you, I was scared of the angle grinder the first day I used one. Now I'm a little reckless, but I wear my PPE. I always try to always have the eye, ear, mouth protection on so that I don't get hurt. But, getting hurt's kind of what happens when you deal with dangerous tools. Burn myself, cut myself. It happens. Hour 48. Yep. I'm a warehouse manager now by day. That's my new job title. So you don't learn how to weld in a warehouse per se. I know how to drive a forklift. But we play with the engines at night. I actually, in the background, you see an LS engine over there. That's sitting on an engine stand that I welded together with, I don't remember. Oh, yeah, Flux. I used the Flux machine, a really crappy Chicago Electric Flux 125. But now, I have long-term borrowed a Pro MIG 140 and bought the bottle as well. That was $500. Air gas really gets you these days. So yeah, let's figure out what the next stage is here. Now that I'm short on some equipment, that wire wheel that's down to nothing down there was really important to get in all the crevices. So I think now we're going to brush up some of the debris off the floor and focus on that weld over there. I think we need to start bending a piece into shape and getting that taken care of. We got 130 people tuned in and only 14 likes, folks. Go ahead and drop us a like and subscribe. My name is Isaac, and this is DIY Speed, and we're the only channel on the YouTube that will give you hours of unedited, unabridged work on these vehicles. And it's only going to get better from here because once the frame's done, we're putting an engine. Well, we're putting it back on the car, putting an interior in the car, and then putting a big engine, probably with nitrous, definitely with nitrous. I have a bottle of nitrous sitting somewhere just for this application. So this is going to be a rowdy car when it's done. Am I from Need for Speed? No. If I was in Need for Speed, I wouldn't be working in a shop like this. I didn't even turn the heat on. I broke that. Didn't even turn the heat on. It's like 45 degrees. I got that on sale for $100 on clearance. That for $200 the other week. I buy stuff on clearance all the time. It's kind of how I get good deals on stuff is I shop the clearance aisles. That's how you get good deals. All right. Yeah, if I could afford better welders, I would get them. But right now, this is what I got. Well, the channel name is DIY Speed because I'm doing it myself. And we're all about speed in cars. It's what we do. We build things that either do big smoky burnouts or things that go fast in a straight line. Haven't really had much success with that. The Tahoe, she books. She got a cam in it. She's got a nice little cam in her. Did all the tuning, learned the computer programming, right? HP tuners. Again, self-taught. YouTube University, folks. That's how you get things done. If you don't know the answer, go to the internet at this point. You don't need a school per se, unless you're young. But I'm 32. I'm not going to school for this stuff. I got a family. I work full time. Yeah, these are good starts. That thing's a beast. That's a generator welder. That thing's an absolute beast, and the price I got it, can't go wrong. The Pro MIG 140 in the back over there, also solid frickin' unit. Can't go wrong with it. And that's what's going on. So 119 people. Wow, I wish I get 119 likes. Guys, go ahead and drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. At this point, now I'm just walking around thinking, what do I want to do next that doesn't involve the same disc that I had? But we cleaned up these frame rails real nice today. Got as much as we can done. I think I'm going to have to pull the finger file out. And where is that thing? This machine right here to get the corners. Yeah, timeline's 4 to 6 weeks to have this thing running and driving. It's a bit ambitious, but once the frame's underneath it, I have the engine already. I got to go pick up a transmission and then order a driveline, and I don't see why that thing won't fire up. Well, it's up to me to do it, but I have all the parts for it to run once it's in the car. Got to get motor mounts for it. These big block motor mounts aren't going to work. I actually got to pull those off now. I was waiting until I was dealing with the front end, these front horns, to pull these off so I can get underneath and clean them up. But yeah, we clean these horns. Inside of the frame needs work. Maybe we'll fire up the sandblaster again and get these corners instead of the finger file. Probably 45 minutes outside with the sandblaster, and we'll get most of this wrapped up already. This is a 3.6 Pentastar. It's a piece of junk. This is a 5.3 LS. This was my, so this thing runs, you can see I have all the harness kind of like wired together and jimmy rigged. I have a fuel pump in the can right there. And this thing will start right here, and you could rev it up and stuff. It's a 5.3 LS. I got it for 150 bucks. I pulled the valve covers off of it, and it's absolutely spotless. It runs pretty good on the stand here that I built, my crappy little stand, but it's sturdy. And I have fired it up. If you go look, there's videos on the channel of this whole build and running this engine. Dude, this engine, 150 bucks. I posted a short about it, a short video. It got over 1 million views about how clean this engine is, and I was just so shocked. And it runs great, so this was a solid deal. Let me show you some of the other engines I have stashed away here. I've pulled them apart, so I have like a few stacks of heads over here. And then in the back, there's an aluminum block, an L33, and then there's a 6.0 out of a 6 liter out of a 2011 Silverado. I think it's an L96 block. So I have those stashed away for future builds when I get a chance. And I got to kind of clean up this section. I blew them apart and just stashed them over here. I haven't done anything since, and just a ton of parts here, actually for the Tahoe, like calipers and new brakes and everything. Even though it has most of that, this thing's a service rig that just gets beaten on. So I collect parts for it, and then I do updates. But yeah, just a plethora of LS parts sitting in the corner here. But the engine for this car actually resides in that truck, which is a 2004 Chevy Silverado with a 6 liter in it. It's a burnout truck, so I welded the 14 bolt and the Corporate 14 bolts. It was a one-legger. I welded it together. I was told that would be impossible, but let me tell you something, folks. That was totally possible. Worked a charm. It's got a wet shot nitrous kit on it from Nitrous Express, the Proton Plus or whatever it's called. She rips. She does burnouts, and both wheels spin. So I'm just going to rob all of the guts out of this, and it's only got 140,000 miles. It runs really good. So I'm going to rob the engine, the computer, the harness to get the engine running. And then I think I'm just going to throw a 4L80, but a 2-wheel drive version behind it, so it just plugs right in, and we're good to go. I mean, it's pretty much plug and play for this. It's all super simple. No peg leg here, fellas. Well, old peg and legging from Zip Ties and Bias Supplies is a minty feller. But none of the diesels. I was looking for a 7.3, but I've stopped because I don't have time to mess with any new vehicles because of this job I got. And yeah, that's pretty much the plan. She's going to have a 6 liter with a wet shot, 150 wet shot nitrous, and It's going to be a ripper. That's not that big of a car for a big, figure we'll make 450, 500 horsepower out of that engine with the nitrous. So it's going to be a ripper. Anyways, yeah, I think starting to get a little cold. I got to do some cleanup because I'm not going to be here for the week. I'm not going to show you guys that. And I got to do some videoing for the main videos that I put out. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and like and subscribe. Join this build series that's happening. I'm happy to have everyone along. I really do appreciate everyone that's reached out in the comments and made these live streams as fun as they have been. This is like old school internet stuff to me. I don't know if anyone here has played RuneScape before, but this is what it was like as a kid playing RuneScape. You just talk to dudes from all over the country, all over the world. It's a ton of fun. And that's why we do it. I really do enjoy this stuff. I enjoy working on the cars. I do that anyways, and I enjoy interacting with people. So I do appreciate everyone who's been on this live channel. It is past midnight, and we're over 4 hours worth of streaming tonight, about 4.5 hours if we add it all up. So I think I'm going to call it here right as we hit the 2-hour mark. Thank you all very much. My name is Isaac. This is DIY Speed, and we're going to see you the next time we go live next week.